Are your ads and marketing campaigns falling flat? Let's fix that. Sometimes I have a really great plan in place to do things. My intentions are there, but then I get tired or I get distracted. I have squirrel syndrome, right? A little bit of ADHD going on. Let's talk about the top 3 mistakes that entrepreneurs make inside of their marketing and their campaigns and their ads that actually is something that they can fix overall. Okay, so really quick, I'm going to tell you right now that I am in the same shirt that I am wearing for another video for this month. And that is because I have learned how to boss mode my marketing. So as Mandy, we work together on this. We do a lot of things together and we boss mode as much as we can. And this was really hard because we teach it, we boss mode for our clients, but it's really hard for us to apply to ourselves. Are you the same way? So the reason why it's hard is because by the time you get around to your own stuff, you're tired and you're like, I don't want to do this because I've already been doing this for clients, or I've already been taking care of other people in the house, or I've already been doing my 9 to 5. Okay. So when you have to work for yourself after doing all of the other things, it makes it really difficult to want to have the energy or to even have the energy to do it. But what if I told you a way to get around that actually helps your ads and helps your marketing and helps keep it going in a consistent manner and actually allows for you to take breaks from it? Okay, so I know this sounds like, what? That's so woo-woo, but it's not. So for instance, like I said, I pre-recorded these videos and I am doing what I call boss moding. And by boss moding, it's literally like I have planned out my month or my quarter. We do it by quarters, but you can do it by month. You can do it by week even if you want to. And what we do is we make a list of everything we're doing for the month and for the quarter. So let's talk about, for instance, February. We have a new course set that we are releasing as well as the upsell, which is a terrific course, right? And we're talking about these courses that we're doing. So what is our marketing plan for the specific course to launch the specific course? And what are the things that we're going to do to continue to push it after it launches into the backlist of our courses? That is something that is all written out and done. So we plan out the whole marketing plan and then we look at the things we need to do. For instance, we probably need about 52 reels, okay? Which we'll probably use across multiple platforms. We will need 1 YouTube video each week, and we'll need specific promo videos as well on top of that we will also shorten and put into shorts for TikTok, Instagram, YouTube shorts, and for Reels, okay? And on, Instagram and Facebook stories. I don't know. Mandy's the expert on that part. It's essentially what I'm saying is we each have a list of things that we have to get done ahead of time so that we can schedule them and move on to the next month. So February will get done. The focus for February will be done before February even starts. Everything will be scheduled. Newsletters, social media, we'll have our videos scheduled. Everything will be scheduled and up. So if there is some kind of catastrophe between now and the time these videos are scheduled, I won't be mentioning them because I'm already scheduled, okay? March will get done early February and April will get done by mid-February or early March. But it's always ahead of time because people get sick, people get tired, people get slammed, emergencies happen. Things happen, but if you boss mode, you actually get ahead of the game, okay? And that's what we call boss moding. There's 3 reasons and 3 mistakes that entrepreneurs make that actually get in the way of their consistency. The first one is lack of planning. So if you're not planned out, how can you do anything? Look, I get it. I'm a pantster at heart. Okay, I get it. I support it. But even pantsters understand that they need to have some kind of a goal in place for this to be a business. And I've heard it. I've said it myself. Oh, no, I'm a full pantster. I don't plan anything. But you kind of do, right? You know what the book genre is going to be. You know what the goal is for release. You know that you have to hit a certain amount of words, right? Because it's your brand. You also know where you have to be by a certain point for the midpoint. Okay. Even if you're not, let's say you do mysteries or you do thrillers or whatever, you still have to have something in mind for what your goal is. My release is supposed to be on February 2nd. I know I have to have it up for pre-order no later than January 28th or whatever the exact day is. And you have to have it to your ARC reader. You have to have it to your editors by certain days. So you still are planning, even though you're pantsting. Okay, so that's literally what we're doing with boss mode. I'm not telling you to be like, oh, you can't make things personal and you can't make things fun or do spur of the moment marketing. What I'm saying is you actually need to do it ahead of time to make your life easier as you're trying to do your writing and your editing and your admin work. And we have taxes coming up and we have bills to pay, right? So there's a lot of stuff going on. You can even boss mode your ads. You can schedule ads. You can, I promise. It's actually really cool. We teach that in boss mode. That's the first problem is there is a lack of planning in people's marketing plans. If you can plan, let's say you plan 30 days in advance, you can also plan out your images, your graphics, your excerpts, your copy, your creatives, all of that. You can plan everything out. You can schedule your newsletters. You can do everything ahead of time. Every single thing that you do in your marketing, you can actually do ahead of time. Okay, the second one is overspending. This would be specific to like ads. For instance, if you're not sure what you're doing and you get ahead of it, it's kind of like you're dumping a bunch of money just to see what's going to hit. So something that we do for our clients is we're like, hey, I need to know what your budget is. And I've had people say, oh, I don't care, just spend. And I'm like, no, I need to know what your budget is so that I don't go over your budget and so that we're not spending more than you can afford. There's nothing worse than having your ad account shut off because you don't have enough money in your payment method. You need to make sure that you're avoiding your overspending, and the way to do that is to plan and to budget. Another one is ignoring timing. This is the third one. And ignoring timings is a massive deal. Okay, this is a big idea. So let's say that you have done your automation and you know how that's working and you have set up for your launch and you're like, okay, I needed to send out this newsletter, but crap, I need to send this newsletter out, but I also need to plan this that needs to come out. So I'm going to have 7 newsletters this week and 1 the following week. So rather than build up to it, you're just going to slam your subscribers with all this information and there's no timing planned. Actually, no timing planned at all. That can be really frustrating for your subscribers and for yourself. But if you were planned out in advance and you knew exactly what's going to happen, the one thing that you were going to mention before, you would actually do maybe 2 weeks ahead of time. You could do your cover releases 3 months ahead of time when the pre-order launches. There's so many things that you can actually schedule out ahead of time. And I guarantee you have covers and stuff, right? So you can do these things and get them scheduled in advance, and then your timing is completely a non-entity. You don't have to worry about it because you've already done that, okay? Let's talk a little bit about what Boss Mode does to help solve each of those problems with an actual strategy, okay? So the first one is obviously we're gonna plan. So in the first couple of days, because Boss Mode takes 2 weeks, we actually slam everything out in under 2 weeks, even your planning days and stuff. And it starts before the quarter starts. So let's say we're gonna talk about second quarter, we would actually start Boss Mode March 1st. And that goes for 2 weeks or a week and a half to 2 weeks. And then you have everything set up for quarter 2. A little bit of hyper focus here. If I'm doing my ads and stuff, I'm not writing. I am not writing, which is how I need to push myself forward. And my burnout came from trying to juggle all of the things. I talk about this in another video. I was burned out. I've been burned out for 1.5 years on writing and marketing my own things. My clients and stuff, I got really into it. I love their stuff because it's not me writing it. It was not me. Here's a vulnerable moment. I was trying to do what so much. And I thought I had to feed the beast of rapid release that I actually shot myself in the foot, essentially. Like I literally just overscheduled myself, overstretched myself, and it wasn't smart. But now that I'm coming back into it, I'm like, okay, I can do the same thing for myself that I do for my clients. I just need to boss mode myself. And that's literally what we do. We call it boss moding. So we're doing boss moding for Finding Your Indies. We're boss moding for a few of our other businesses. We're boss moding for our own pen names. And it's so calming and comforting to know that I've got this stuff done. My list is checked off, move on to the next thing until it's time to worry about it again, which isn't for another 2 months. I can get into a lot of trouble in 2 months without having to worry about other stuff, right? So that's the first thing is boss mode teaches you how to plan and how to look at your goals and how to look at your plans. It also tells you that you don't have to do everything all at once. It actually teaches you what to focus on first in your first quarter to make it so that your second quarter, you're just growing a little bit on top of it. Third quarter, a little bit more. Fourth quarter, a little bit more. So your growth is gradual, but consistent instead of I have to do everything right now and then you burn out. So it's really a great tool to help grow in your business, okay? Another one, again, with the overspending, we plan out exactly how much you're going to put onto your promotions, exactly how much you're going to spend on, say, your ads, or how much you're going to spend on a book bub, book bub, or maybe if you're going to do some kind of an author swap thing or a giveaway, we plan it out. And it's a lot easier to head into the quarter knowing how much you're going to spend. And then I think the biggest thing too, again, along with this is the timing. You know that you have a release coming up in an X month. So you know you have everything planned out and ready to go. You already have your images. You already have your banners. You have all of your creatives. You have your ad information. You have your sales information. Your newsletters are scheduled and planned. What a huge comfort to have in place that everything's done. I think that's my biggest thing is it really does comfort me to know this is done already. If I get sick or my kids get sick or my husband gets sick, this is something that's off my plate I don't have to worry about it. It's done. Okay. I hope that makes sense. It's done. It's not something that you have to really stress out about it because it's figured out and done. Some people in the boss mode go month by month, which is great. It actually cuts down the prep time that you need to do. But at the same time, I will do 6 weeks or I'll do 3 months. It just depends on what it is I'm working on. I'll do every 2 months. It depends on which item I'm doing. Some of them I don't want to like leave out that far. And I do have to have my hands in every once in a while. But again, for the most part, everything can be scheduled. Blog posts, products can be scheduled, everything, podcasts can be scheduled, even lives can be scheduled, right? Like if you do a call. So in HiveMind, we have a monthly call with our HiveMind group, and that's scheduled in. We already have the call docs, what we're going to talk about, the call doc notes, and we actually discuss ahead of time what we're going to put in there so everybody's aware of what's going to happen. There should be any surprises when you boss mode your life, okay? And we literally are boss moding our life. So if you have any questions, I hope that you will ask them in the comments below or come and join us in our Facebook group. I'm going to encourage you to at least check it out. The link's below, but you can get your roadmap for success ahead of time. So just join us, and it's a one-time fee, and then you have access to it for the rest of, as long as my server's alive, you have access to it. So let me know if you have any questions, and I really hope that you are doing a great job in this first quarter, and I can't wait to see what second quarter has for you.